Every single year, we see thousands of games hit the shelves. Some blow up instantly, become household names, and live on as fan favorites. But then there are others. The ones that, for whatever reason, just slip through the cracks. Maybe they came out at the wrong time, maybe they were overshadowed by bigger franchises, or maybe people just didn't understand what made them special. And honestly, that's a shame, because some of those forgotten games are absolute gems that deserve way more recognition than they ever got. So today, we're going to talk about the top 10 most underrated games. The kind of titles you might have missed, but ones that are absolutely worth your time. Stick with me because I guarantee a few of these will surprise you. And who knows, you might just discover your next favorite game. The Order 1886. Let's start with The Order 1886. Released in 2015 for the PS4, this game blurred the line between cinema and gaming. Visually, it was jaw-dropping. Moody London streets, steampunk weapons, and a cinematic vibe that made it feel like you were playing inside a movie. Gameplay-wise, it's a third-person shooter with tight cover mechanics and unique weapons. The main complaint? It was short. Really short. Critics tore it apart, but if you approach it like a blockbuster, you can play. It's a gorgeous, immersive experience that's still worth your time. Next, Infamous Second Son. Released in 2014, this was one of the first games that showed off what the PS4 could really do. You play as Delson Rowe, a rebellious young conduit with powers ranging from smoke to neon to concrete. Each power feels distinct and addictive, and zipping across Seattle's rooftops with neon abilities is still one of the most satisfying feelings in gaming. Add in a morality system that lets you choose between hero or villain paths, and you've got a game with serious replay value. Sadly, it got overshadowed by giants like Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, but it remains one of the most fun open-world superhero experiences out there. Spec Ops. The line looks like just another military shooter, but once you dive in, it becomes something much darker. Set in a sandstorm-ravaged Dubai, you lead a squad on what starts as a rescue mission and quickly turns into a psychological nightmare. The combat is solid, but the story is what makes this unforgettable. It challenges your morality, your choices, and even the idea of being the hero. Unfortunately, it came out during peak Call of Duty hype. So many ignored it. But those who played it know it's one of the best narrative-driven games of its generation. Now let's head to Hong Kong with Sleeping Dogs. Think GTA, but swap out gunplay for martial arts combat. You play as Wei Shen, an undercover cop infiltrating the triads, and the setting feels alive with neon-lit streets and bustling markets. The hand-to-hand combat is where it shines. Fluid combos, environmental takedowns, and brutal finishers. On top of that, you've got street racing, car chases, and even karaoke. Despite strong reviews, it never became a franchise, which is a shame. It's still one of the most stylish and underrated open-world games ever made. Mad Max released in 2015, Mad Max nails the post-apocalyptic vibe perfectly. The heart of the game is your car, the magnum opus, which you customize into a rolling war machine with spikes, armor, and weapons. Vehicular combat is intense and brutal, while on-foot combat takes cues from the Arkham games. The wasteland itself feels alive, with sandstorms, blazing skies, and lonely desert roads. Sadly, it released in the same year as The Witcher 3 and Metal Gear Solid 5, so it never got the attention it deserved. But looking back, it's a fantastic survival-driven open-world game. Enslaved: Odyssey to the West. Enslaved, released in 2010, is one of those gems not enough people played. Loosely inspired by the Chinese story Journey to the West, it follows Monkey, a powerful fighter, and Trip, a tech-savvy woman, as they journey through a post-apocalyptic world overrun by machines. Gameplay mixes staff combat, platforming, and puzzle solving, but the real magic lies in the characters. Their relationship develops naturally and feels incredibly real, helped by Andy Serkis's stellar performance capture. Critics praised it, but poor sales meant no sequel. Even today, it stands out as a unique, emotional adventure. Prototype: if chaos had a name, it'd be Prototype. Released in 2009, you play as Alex Mercer, a shape-shifting anti-hero with insane powers. You can sprint up skyscrapers, leap across rooftops, hijack helicopters, and literally throw cars around like toys. The power fantasy is unmatched. You feel unstoppable. The only problem? It launched around the same time as Infamous, and comparisons buried it. But taken on its own, Prototype is pure open-world madness and absolutely deserves more credit. Alpha Protocol from 2010 was an ambitious spy RPG with a ton of potential. You play as Michael Thornton, a secret agent navigating conspiracies and betrayals. The standout feature was its branching dialogue system. Conversations happened in real time, and your choices could completely change relationships and missions. The problem? Clunky combat and technical issues held it back. Still, it's one of the most unique RPGs ever made, blending espionage with choice-driven storytelling in a way we haven't really seen since. Quantum Break. In 2016, Remedy Entertainment gave us Quantum Break, a bold attempt to merge gaming with live-action TV. You play as Jack Joyce, who gains time powers after a science experiment goes wrong. Combat is all about bending time, freezing enemies, dodging bullets, and throwing time blasts. Between gameplay segments, you'd watch live-action episodes that shifted based on your choices. It was ambitious, maybe too ambitious, and not everyone loved the format. But the concept was fresh, and it still stands out today as something different. Remember Me, released in 2013, set in a futuristic Neo-Paris. This cyberpunk game puts you in the shoes of Nylan, a memory hunter. Its standout mechanic was memory remixing, the ability to dive into someone's mind and change their memories. Watching those sequences play out was something completely unique. The combat was flashy and customizable, and the art style gave it a distinct identity. Unfortunately, it came out in a crowded year and slipped under the radar. But for fans of cyberpunk settings, it's a hidden gem worth revisiting. And there you have it. 10 games that may not have gotten the spotlight they deserve, but each one brought something unique to the table. Now, I want to hear from you. Which underrated game do you think belongs on this list? Maybe there's a hidden gem you love that nobody talks about. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to see your picks. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, and of course, subscribe for more gaming content just like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy gaming.